Thank you for watching. Love is something that people all over the world do. And the budding of love has created many dramas between men and women. If humankind did not have love, there would not have been so many variations of emotion. However, values related to love can be completely different. Just because of racial differences. Japanese people have their own view of love, which is completely different from that of foreign countries. Young people, especially those in their teens and 20s, have a different view of love. In this video, we would like to explain such Japanese youth's view of love and marriage. Japanese young people's view of love. First, let's look at some of the trends in views on love. You will be surprised to know that they have such values. In many cases, love begins with a confession of love. In many countries around the world, if people feel that they like each other, they naturally start dating each other, and before they know it, they are lovers. When you introduce them to your friends, you should use the words girlfriend or boyfriend and realize that you are lovers. In Japan, however, a system called confession is the norm. In confession, either a man or a woman can say, "I love you." But the person who has a stronger desire to become a lover tells the other person how much he or she loves him or and asks him or her to become his or her lover. In this case, the person who wants to be a lover should say, "I love you. Please go out with me. I've been on several dates and my feelings of love have grown stronger. Please go out with me." The lines of confession vary, but each one conveys the feeling of, "I love you," in words. And asks the other for permission to become your lover. "Please go out with me if you like me. Of course, let's go out." In this way, if the other person also likes you and wants to fall in love with you, he or she will give you an affirmation. If they do not like you enough to become your girlfriend, they will say, "I'm sorry," and decline. In Japan, where the confession system is widespread, the percentage of people who have a one-sided love tends to be very high. Many people are unable to confess their one-sided love with courage, saying, "I love you. Please go out with me," and continue to maintain a certain distance from the person they love forever, not using "I love you" to the other person very often. Japanese people are not very good at expressing emotions. They are what is called shy. Even when they are in love, Japanese people tend not to say, "I love you," to their partners. Although today's teenagers and young people in their 20s are a little more likely to say, "I love you," than those in their 30s and older, they are more reserved in their expression compared to people in other countries. Hence, when a foreigner goes out with a Japanese person, he or she may wonder, "Do they really like me?" and may feel uneasy. Increasingly, men are not taking women home. Men in other countries take it for granted that they take the person they like to their homes. However, Japanese men tend to walk their partners to the station closest to their homes and say, "Bye-bye," before parting. Also, when both parties' homes are far from each other, they may part on sight. More and more young people are not falling in love in the first place. It is natural to have an interest in the opposite sex. But in Japan there is a tendency for people to place importance on being alone without a girlfriend. In fact, there are many young people who do not have a girlfriend, with about 70% of men and 65% of women reportedly not having a girlfriend. The number of people who do not engage in sexual intercourse itself is also increasing. And more people are playing with friends of the same sex, or spending time alone at home in comfort. Camping has been popular in Japan since around 2020, and solo camping, where people enjoy camping alone, has become very popular. Japanese young people's view of marriage. In the past in Japan, there were so many people who started marriage activities, saying, "I have reached the marriageable age late 20s to early 30s. And I should think about getting married soon." Today, however, many young people have their own view of marriage, and are less likely to be influenced by their surroundings. The values that are becoming more and more common among them are things like, "I will never get married. Last name changes. I will have less time for myself. I don't want more responsibility." For these reasons, the number of young people who do not get married is increasing. In Japan, it was originally the case that women stayed at home as full-time housewives, and working together has been the norm for the past 20 to 30 years. Today, however, people are less willing to get married, and even if they do get married, they are increasingly not willing to have children. Or if they do have children, only one child. Hence, the declining birth rate has become a major problem in Japan. Conclusion. In this video, we have explained the Japanese youth's view of love and marriage. Many cases of love begin with a confession of love. Japanese young people do not say, "I love you," to their partners very often. Increasingly, men do not take women home. More and more young people do not fall in love in the first place. As described above, the Japanese view of love may have a slightly different value system compared to young people around the world. The view of marriage has also changed considerably in recent years. Instead of rushing into marriage activities just because they have reached their 30s, the option of not getting married is now respected. It may be a good idea to have a clear understanding of these values when you are in a relationship with a Japanese person. Thank you for watching. If you find this video helpful, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more content like this. See you in the next video.